All right.
Let's get this Jizz and Bonner stuff on.
Jizz and Bonner. Where did my pizza go? Okay, so we just got back from watching Force Awakens for the first time.
Yeah.
But we won't go over that yet. So, first half of this, we'll just do Christmas talk, and then the second half, we'll do...
Should probably say who's here.
Oh, yeah. Me, David, Zazdor.
Me, Corey, MCO8.
Mir. Josh.
We're all eating pizza.
Flavor.
This is professional stuff.
Yeah.
I need to get a timer set up so that we don't go over half an hour.
There's a
of Christmas.
time on there, dude.
Yeah, but listen.
Fucking...
Listen. Alright. Okay. So, Christmas memories.
I got a concussion.
Yeah, tell that story, Josh. I was there that day.
I know.
I have input on this one, too.
5th grade. Out playing on the ice like a dumbass.
So there was this humongous puddle that every single year would collect, and every single year it would freeze.
At our old elementary school. This is in 5th grade, Mike.
Yeah. And like a bunch of little kids we always would go on there and ice skate, essentially. And Josh was deciding to be stupid, apparently.
I don't even remember how it happened or like what happened that made me like bite the dust. Nice job, David. You just ruined your fucking new shirt.
Listen, continue with the story.
But I don't know. We were all out there as usual. I guess I bit the dust and just
Biffed it.
yeah, and just crashed on the ice. And I guess I was crying really badly because I had gotten a concussion. And the last thing that I remember, and apparently what I was telling, or when I was like, when my mom had picked me up, I was like bringing me to the hospital. I was asking her, did I miss Christmas already? Like that was the constant question, and literally she said, you were asking that for about half an hour, and David would just keep saying, no, Josh, you didn't miss it, and like I kept asking what day it was, blah blah blah. And then like I remember just becoming actually conscious when we got to the hospital.
I have a different story of the same thing. So I was up by the school already. Oracle, I swear, if you just screwed this up, I'm gonna be very upset. I was up by the school, and Josh comes wobbling up to me and says, "Oh, concussion," and I'm like, "Josh, you're screwing with me. You don't remember this?"
No.
Okay, so Josh is like, I slipped and landed on my head, and I was like, "Wait, what? You're fooling?" Because I was like, this is totally something Josh would do. Josh would totally try to pull some stupid joke like this, trying to convince me he hit his head. Later, I find out. I escort Josh inside. Later, I find out he actually did have a concussion, and I was just a horrible person. I know you don't remember that, but...
No, I don't. But, I mean,
I
can...
I remember little Roge wobbling over to me. Like, it was like a good distance, too, from like the side door to out where that thing was.
Like,
I was just waiting by where we where we lined up to go inside.
Right, yeah.
It was a good distance. And Josh comes over to me and is like, "I need to go to the nurse." And I was like, "What? No, you're fooling with me. You're pulling my leg." I'm pretty sure I said that. You're pulling my leg and just like, "No, I really hurt my head." And I was like, "No, you're not. You're fine. Go back." And later I find out Josh actually smacked his head.
Never be the same again.
Mm-mm.
And then like a long lake.
Oh, that's a story for a different time. I was gonna go. Remember my birthday party when I smacked my head?
Oh yeah.
So I had this horrible thing, or I used to, where whenever I went to any party ever, I would always get injured.
I was that guy who.
I was always the kid who got injured because I was just clumsy. We were going sledding, and there was this one side of this hill that was like dangerous, and we all knew it was. Because, like, at the very end, it was all icy on that side, and at the very end, it was, like, going straight into the woods, so you need to slow down as soon as you got down that side. And they're like, "Go down the hill, David, you can do it!" So what do? I immediately go down, fly, and slam my head into the ice. The first thing I do, I don't know what made me think of it, but the first thing I do is roll over and just lay the back of my head in snow, which the doctor actually told me later did a lot of help, because otherwise my head would have been, like, swelling really badly. So, I don't know.
Yeah, that was a rough day.
Yeah, and then the next day I was, like, really badly injured, and everybody was, like, trying to, like, console me, and I was, like, feeling horrible because I ruined everybody's fun.
Except, who all was there? Do you remember? It was me, you, Bradley.
Me, you, Jimmy, Carter.
Was Bradley there?
Bradley was there. Remember we tried watching E.T.?
Mm-hmm.
That movie is no good.
No, it isn't.
So Corey, tell us a Christmas story.
I don't even know. Like, I guess, like a bad one or like like
Any kind of Christmas story, something that stuck with you.
Well, I think my most traumatic Christmas was Christmas Eve. I always go to my grandparents on Christmas Eve from my mom's side.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, they had this food at there. It was bacon-wrapped dates with cream cheese inside of them.
Oh, goodness.
It sounds really, like, I don't know, it sounds gross to you guys.
Yeah.
But it was actually, like, really good. It was, like, really rich, too,
It
though.
sounds like diabetes, but continue.
I was a little kid, so
Yeah.
I was like going ham on them, and it was not a good idea.
Did they come back up?
We'll get to that. So I'm a little kid, and we get home, and it's Christmas Eve night. Santa's coming tomorrow morning. I'm just like getting really excited, and
Yeah.
I can't sleep, and I'm just like getting myself like super hyped, and like. I can't settle down. My parents are like, holy shit, just go to sleep or Santa's not going to come. And I get myself like so worked up, because I can't sleep. And then, my stomach starts to really feel it. And then I finally get settled down, laying in bed. Oh, I start to feel sick. I lean over the side of my bed and it just all comes out. And I'm like, I threw up to my parents, and I felt horrible.
Oh,
They were
my
like,
goodness.
And they said it was just the worst smell. They had to wear gas masks because it smelled. They said it was horrible. They said it just smelled like sewage. Like it must be like the combination of all the food that I had.
Bile and sugar and dates.
Yeah, they said,
Dates
like,
by
it-
themselves smell awful.
They said that like my throw up had like a slight like sweet smell to it because of all the dates.
Yeah.
And that was probably like the most dramatic Christmas I've had.
You just reminded me of a story I think I've told like 3 people, and I think Josh is one of them. So, we have this thing where on Christmas, Christmas Eve essentially. So, like, the morning of Christmas Eve, the quote-unquote elves come
Yeah.
and fill their stockings. And I was thinking about it. I don't really know whether or not I knew my parents were the elves yet. I don't think I did, but it was at the old house. And, my door was maybe like 3 or 4, maybe like 6 feet away from the bathroom, and my parents were right there, and I didn't want them to know I had to go to the bathroom, but I had to go to the bathroom really bad. Like, I needed to pee really badly, and I didn't want to scare away the elves. Like, I knew if I walked out that door, I was going to scare the elves. I knew for a fact. That's just what was going to happen. So I was literally jogging, like, laps in my bedroom so I wouldn't pee. And I actually got to the point. I'm sure it took like an hour. I actually got to the point where I just went pee in my garbage can. I was so desperate. I was like crying, jogging around my room.
You went pee in your garbage can.
I just would pee in my garbage can. And the next day, I told my parents, and that was the day I found out the elves weren't real.
How old were you?
No idea. No idea.
oh my god. I don't think you've ever told me that.
That was something that I did not know.
Probably something that was stuck with me. So
I actually have a different pee story. Josh would have been there to witness, but I don't think he knows. Can I tell a track and field story?
go ahead, I don't think I remember.
So it was, you know how like tug of war was like the event at track and field,
Mm-hmm.
and you know how far away that back fence was from the bathrooms.
Yeah.
I had already gone to the bathroom once, and it was like one of those like nervous pees. So I was sitting at this fence, and it's like it's a very long distance to the bathrooms, and I'm like, I'm never gonna get enough permission to go there. I'm never gonna be able to convince my teacher to let me go there. Actually go there and come back before it's our turn to do tug of war, and I love doing tug of war, and I need to pee really badly, like really badly. So I just like kind of snuck off and just like crouched up against the fence and just like quietly while nobody was watching, just kind of like crouched and peed against the fence. Meanwhile, the entire school is behind me.
Watching?
Not watching me. They were all facing towards the other direction, but I'm sure somebody saw me. Do you remember Ryan Shepherd?
Oh my god.
He came up behind me, he's like, David, what are you doing? He's like, nothing, go away! I'm peeing. And it felt like an hour of just peeing, and I had to go really badly. So, eventually come back, and I'm pretty sure my teacher, Mr. Long, noticed. It was 5th grade.
You're fucking retarded, dude.
I had to go really badly, and I didn't want to miss tug of war, so I just went pee against some guy's fence.
Nice.
I don't think I've had any other, like... I don't think I've had stories like that.
I have another one.
Go ahead.
I was at my friend's cabin once. You remember Joey?
Uh-huh.
This was maybe 6th grade? 6th or 7th grade? And we went up to his cabin, and we were having a really fun time. And, like, one of the last nights we were there, you would have had to climb down a ladder, or you would have, like... It was another one of those nights where, like, I had gone pee, like, twice because I drank so much, like, Mountain Dew, and I didn't want to go up the stairs, or down the stairs again. And I would have, like, woken up his parents. I know for a fact. And then I would have had to probably... It was either I was going to have to go to the bathroom right next to them and wake them up for a fact, or I would have to, like, walk outside into, like, all the mosquitoes and go pee. So, I chose option C, and there was a recliner up in the loft, which was where we were sleeping, and I just crawled behind the recliner and just went pee on the carpet.
No way.
Yes. It was a full bladder. Like, a full bladder.
You went pee on the carpet.
On the carpet.
How old were you?
7th grade.
7th grade.
7th grade.
Dude, you're fucking retarded.
What happened the next morning?
Nobody noticed. We were out of there.
They didn't smell piss all over the place?
It was clean pee.
There's no such thing as clean pee.
Pee is sterile.
It's not, though.
It is.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. It was a difficult time.
Is it really?
I made a drastic choice. No, it was like a day of leave. So we just like got up and left that next day. So.
You think they came back the next time and they were just like...
I'm sure they were like, it's probably some wild animal. It's not getting peed behind a recliner. Sorry, Joey. I hope he doesn't hear this.
Oh my god. I hope he does.
He'll hear it like 20 years later and be like, that fucker.
So he knows never to let you go to his like cabin again.
That's my last pee story. That's it. I'm all out now. Corey, what's the best present you've ever received for Christmas?
I don't know if... Well, I suppose... I think 07 was the year that I got my DS and Pokemon Diamond.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
That would have exploded.
For Christmas.
I think that was the year I got my Game Boy.
Yeah, that was...
that I had to buy.
Christmas morning. Yeah, that was probably the best present I got. I mean, I've had technically better presents than it, but like that like really made me excited.
I think it was that same year I got my MP3 player. Still have that thing. I screamed when I found it because I was so excited.
I think...
Oh!
I don't think I actually got
that thing. That thing is probably my best Christmas present. Oh my goodness, I exploded. I saw it and I was like, oh lordy. First thing I did was download and load up Minecraft. 180 frames loading a world, baby! And then something happened to it, and I don't really know what. I put stuff on it and then it got slower.
I think it's called porn, dude.
I didn't download any onto it. It was onto a flash drive.
Sorry.
Come on, Josh. Amateur.
Love this mom-to-mom recent relationship we have, Corey.
Shut up.
I've never really gotten anything like super amazing for Christmas. Like I've always had to buy my own stuff. Like I bought my own DS and computer, and
Not even your computer. It's like your mom's that you
Yeah.
rent.
that like I fucking have no control over.
Josh, when does the point come where you say enough is enough?
When I move out,
Yeah, when he moves out.
You
When
really
I-
have like no choice.
or when I can pay for my own Wi-Fi. That's the only
What's
leverage she
stopping
has.
her from controlling that?
That's how the restrictions are put on.
Yeah, I know, but I feel like she'd be the kind of person who demand the password for your Wi-Fi.
Probably.
You have to have at least one. What's like the biggest Christmas present that really just like sticks out to you? Is like, oh my goodness. Like I remember getting Mousetrap one year and it blew my fucking mind. That board game was hard to play because it usually wouldn't work.
I don't know. Like my iPod, I guess the iPod that I currently have, like that was a nice gift.
Was that Christmas?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's a great gift.
And it's nothing that like really stuck out to me. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm having a panic attack, but I don't know. I don't really have.
To be fair, you're not that hyper of a person.
Well, yeah. But even still, like I can still get excited about stuff, but it's just nothing for Christmas has really done that to
Josh.
me.
Fuck you.
I'm sorry, David. Did I?
What time are we at?
I don't know.
Hang on. We're at 15 minutes.
It's fine. You want to tell the story of Long Lake?
Yeah, you know what? Might as well. So, in 5th grade, there was this legendary field trip. Everybody, like, going up through was like, oh my goodness, when are we going to go Long Lake? It was this week-long retreat to this place called Long Lake. And it was so much fun. And me and Josh were, like, best buddies. And we got in the same dorm room and everything. And we had so much fun. And we were in different groups the entire time. We had the same dorm room, but we were in different groups. And the one day we were going to be in the same thing, and it was on the bog trek. The
bog
best
track,
one.
the archery, everything that was fun.
The best one. All the fun ones were put together in one day, and I was going to be in Josh's group. And we were going to have so much fun. But no! Josh, the night before, decides to go out and buy the big packet of Skittles and down them all at the same time.
To be fair, it wasn't a big packet of Skittles. It was
To
tropical.
what size you were back then it was?
tropical flavor. That's what fucked me over.
Really? Wasn't the massive amount of sugar you pumped into your system?
I can handle it.
Regardless, the next day I find out, oh, Josh isn't here. Why isn't he here? And I'm sad the rest of the day because Josh isn't there, and I see him, like, moping around getting ready to be taken away to, like, I don't know, the executioners or whatever. And the audacity Josh has when I get back from moping around the bog trek, archery, and some other thing I'm sure I didn't even remember. Josh has the audacity when I get back to my room to leave me a note saying, because I brought my Pokemon cards, thanks for the Mew EX. And that was it. And then also a note saying, telling me to say goodbye to his girlfriend for him. So not only did I have to like tearfully tell his girlfriend that he said goodbye, but I also had to frantically search for my Mew EX, which I'm pretty sure he hid in like amidst my other Pokemon cards.
It was on the very bottom of
Yeah.
the case. That was the first time I ever trolled.
I was
hardcore.
enraged. I was like a mixture between like enraged. Then, do you remember the video logs I made for you?
Yes, I do. Oh my god.
I made like video logs for Josh when I was walking to different events, and it was probably the gayest thing I've ever done.
Oh.
I gave him to Josh to like a flash drive. My mom like warned me, "Is like, you know, if it's like anything dirty, I'll be very upset." And I was like, "What?" First of all, you don't do that with another dude, and then your mom is like peeking over our shoulder the entire time, making sure it's not the exact same thing as my mom thought it was.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, it's like a 5th grade me with like a nice yellow sweatshirt wrapped around my waist, holding the camera like down to my waist, and be like crying into it, and be like, Josh, no! Josh ruined it for me.
It was a good meme.
Josh ruined it. He ruined it.
Oh, that was
Ruined the entire thing.
that was good. That was, you have to admit that, like, the fact that I thought of doing that.
Yeah,
I'll
I'll give you props for that, but downing an entire bag of Skittles and screwing it over for me was no good. And Josh's only excuse or only like reconciliation he had for me is that his barf was rainbow colored. I was like, Josh, what is wrong with you? He's like, my barf was rainbow colored. I was like, what does that even mean?
I think that's a clear sign that I just had too much sweets.
Josh has a very weak stomach, apparently.
No, I actually have a pretty strong stomach.
As evidenced by your vomiting up a bunch of Skittles.
Okay,
obviously,
you
have a very bad track record, Josh.
That's the only time that's ever happened.
What is the only time you ever downed like half your body weight in Skittles?
David, last year I got 3.5 pounds of Skittles for Christmas. Actually, that's a Christmas present that I
Did you
really
fuck
remember.
over your friend afterwards?
No.
I didn't think so.
I'm sorry, I didn't do it intentionally.
I'll eat all the Skittles and make sure David doesn't enjoy the rest of the trip.
Fuck you.
Just a young me would have never have thought to do that, but apparently thought enough to just troll David with the meme.
Yeah, Josh hardcore memed me.
I did. It was a good meme.
It was a good meme. It was a real good.
Prime
It's a
memes.
spicy meme.
Shut up, David.
That's a spicy meme.
It's not even...
Corey, tell us
Yes.
another Christmas story.
What?
Tell us another Christmas story.
Like what?
Tell us a Christmas story. Give us your rendition of Rudolph.
What?
Give
What
us
do
a
you mean,
Corey
why-
version of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Bubert.
Bubert.
Stop. You know
I don't
as soon
have
as
any
you
Christmas
say-
stories.
As soon as you say Bubert, he's gonna go, oh, fuck. Just stop the...
Josh has dropped his pop tab into his pop.
Actually, it's not pop. It's all natural fruit juice.
Shut the fuck up, Corey. It's a cocktail.
A lot
Pretty
of
sure
people,
it's 100% natural.
a lot of people in the country will be yelling at us for not saying soda.
Soda.
Soda. I actually realized that I can't say soda like regularly without like really thinking about it. Like if I just say soda regularly, I just say soda.
Give that
Give me a
long
can of
Minnesota
soda.
no.
It's pop. Pop.
Pop.
Pop.
At least we don't say cola for every single drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That would-
weird.
That would... That's just... I don't get it.
I think we should make this the thumbnail.
Yes, please.
So Corey got me probably one of the best gifts for Christmas ever. He got me a shirt with My Hero Anand on it, and his famous quote, "IDK what to say, but I do know MLG XD."
It's gonna be on the thumbnail, so you'll be able to see.
Yeah,
I mean, it's pretty funny to look at.
yeah. I guess we
No.
can just jump to Star Wars now, or should we finish up the half an hour of...
No, let's go with that. I think we could have
All
a
right.
discussion about it.
So, spoilers from here on out. So,
yeah.
Merry Christmas and the end of the podcast if you don't want any spoilers or if you
Yeah.
haven't seen it yet. This is your official warning. Close out of the video. Now,
Okay, let's...
honest rating. What is your rating out of 10? We already talked about it a bit, but we can talk about it more.
I don't know, 7 or 8. 7 or 8.
I give it a solid 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I'd say probably about 8.
I don't know why I just thought of it, but the first peeve I had with the movie, and I can overlook it, is the scene where they're on the first thing and all the TIE fighters are flying over and they're like running from tent to tent. That thing seemed like it was 5 minutes too long. Like them running from tent to 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 tent, grabbing random things I don't even know what they did, and I just lost interest. Pretty much all of what's her name, Rey.
Yeah.
I did not enjoy her at all.
Honestly, I didn't have an issue with her being like the main protagonist and like.
No, that's fine. I'm just saying I didn't like her character.
I don't know. I feel like and this is just sort of an issue that I have with most movies, is they rush the story, and I'm sure that they'll come out with stuff later on.
Yeah.
That like goes into the backstories of each of the characters and stuff like that, like with fillers and whatever. But like I feel like her story was way too rushed, and we just didn't get a whole lot of introduction as to like who she was. And I'm sure that they'll cover that in like the next 2 movies.
There was like that one flashback of
Hey,
her.
Yeah.
No one likes a 4-hour movie.
What, Watchmen? No.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Don't watch Watchmen, guys.
I don't know, Corey. I loved Attack of the Clones. It was 3 hours though. The movie was awful. The movie was awful.
Long movies are not okay with me. Too long.
I had to say there was some long movie I watched that wasn't like terrible.
I swear to
Life
say the
of Pi.
goddamn Mummy. I swear that
No.
movie's like 5 hours long.
No, the Mummy is unexcusable. So last time everybody was over, we tried watching the Mummy, and the movie is not as good as I remember it being. It's
It's
very
not
slow.
good
I
at
fell
all.
asleep, and these guys were probably yelling at it for about 2 hours.
Well, Griffin was enraged. He was like, "What is happening? Like, how many bad guys are there? There's like the Mummy, and then there's like."
I just went to
dude
sleep because I
and-
was sick of you guys yelling, and I was tired, and I didn't want to watch the movie.
Back to Star Wars.
What were we talking about?
What do you think of the soundtrack?
Oh, beautiful,
Yeah.
Yeah.
beautiful.
I
I like.
Right on par with the other movies.
Yeah, the orchestrated, like, I'm glad they didn't go to, like, some kind of other thing, because a lot of sequels and different kinds of movies go to, like, the prequels kind of drifted from the original soundtrack. Like, they never made their own real soundtrack. This new movie, like, invented its own new soundtrack, but it still stuck with the style of, like, the orchestrated,
Yeah.
and, like, all the instruments and kind of stuff, and it was very powerful.
Yeah,
Very powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah, the new director did well too.
Yeah, J.J. Abrams, I like him. He does good. And John Boyega, my main man, the black dude.
The
Oh,
La
yeah.
Negra.
Yeah, he played in Attack of the B Team, or not Attack of the
Attack
B
of
Team,
the-
Attack the Block, which might actually be related to the title of Attack of the B Team. But Attack the Block is one of my favorite movies. It's great, and he's the main character in there. He's Moses. He's Moses, a gangster, a
Okay, so
British gangster.
So, enough of British.
Yeah, fuck,
I don't know,
fuck Ray's accent too. Her stupid British accent, I hated it.
Yeah, that was pretty annoying.
It's the same thing with like Queen Amidala. Stupid British. Her British accent was way worse though. Queen Amidala, to be honest though.
Yeah. Well, like, I don't know. What do you? Corey's fucking snap. Taking
Corey.
a Snapchat of you, dude. God damn it. Okay.
Okay, that
So-
transfers real well, Corey.
I love the soundtrack. I think it kept with the good like Star Wars theme. They should have like a Star Wars genre, to be honest. Like if you ask
Of
me.
music?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's really I did powerful classic. I don't know.
Powerful orchestra.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm sure there was already something like that,
Yeah.
but-
I also liked the part where it had like Leia's theme and Han Solo's
Oh,
theme
yeah,
and Luke
yeah, I like
Skywalker's theme.
Yeah.
That
Issue with Luke Skywalker at the end, assuming that's him.
was kind of a lame reveal, to be honest. No,
Yeah.
it was. That was Mark Hamill.
It was? For
Yeah.
Sure? Okay.
Yeah.
The reveal of Luke Skywalker at the end. Did you notice his nose? How
Yeah.
off that was?
Well,
Like,
in after Empire Strikes Back, he got in like a horrible car accident, so that's why he looks so different in the third one.
okay.
So yeah, and then he got really fat after that.
I
So
noticed that too.
he worked like way out after that, and he got like super skinny for like the reveal of the movie. So, congrats to Mark Hamill. He's
I-
overcome a lot.
I don't really like how Luke looks now. Like,
He looks like Obi-Wan.
He looks like a disgusting Obi-Wan.
Well, yeah, he's Mark Hamill. I mean, I'm sorry, dude, but Mark Hamill's not exactly the most attractive dude.
But still, like that. I don't know. I didn't like the whole reveal, and I felt like that whole end part with her on the island was like.
Yeah.
It was.
I liked where R2 was like the missing piece. That was
Oh,
that
yeah.
was really clever because he was like the
I saw
missing
that.
piece in the original. Like he was what led them and stuff. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was a nice touch because who'd win in a fight, BB-8 or R2?
R2. Duh.
Does he have
R2
any?
can fly.
R2. Yeah.
That's a good point. R2 can fly.
Well,
You only know that from the Lego Star Wars games.
I've seen the movies.
What movie does it fly in?
I don't know.
Well, think about it.
You?
I don't know if he does fly in the movies.
I'm sure he probably
Oh,
does.
he flies in Revenge of the Sith.
I don't know.
Like in the factory scene when C-3PO gets chopped up.
Oh.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Otherwise, I was thinking maybe on
The fir-
Dagobah.
I would think the first one. he flew
Where does
like-
Yoda live?
Yeah, Dagobah.
Dagobah. Fucking Kobe.
Why are you?
Corey, you're really funny. You know that? Like super funny, dude.
Yes.
The entire point of you saying that was to make him feel bad that you actually laughed.
Hello.
I don't know. I think the weirdest part of the movie was Ben. For me, do you see his nose? How like long it was? And then for me, he did not. His voice did not fit him.
No, it didn't. I honestly think they should have stuck with the whole Darth Vader thing where they never really showed his face. Like, I think he would have been a way cooler character if he was just the mask.
Yeah.
And I already told these guys this, and I've already talked about this with other people, but the whole... What was even, like, the main bad guy's name? Like, Skok or something?
Something like that.
It's like Grand General Snoke.
Snoke, that's what it was. When Snoke, like, tells him, Han Solo, your father! And it's like, okay, that could have been done. Could have been done better, but, like, if they were on the bridge, and then it was, like, Han Solo saying, like, Ben! And it was like, holy crap, it's his son! That would have been way cooler, but it would have been just, like, another, I am your father kind of situation.
That's the issue that I had with that, but I feel like definitely the whole, like, when Snoke was like, Han Solo's your father.
To be honest, though, I didn't really find it necessary for the relation there to even be necessary.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I feel like...
Like, I didn't even get that part. Is he saying that he just then destroyed his connection to the light side? Like the
I guess so.
The
I
good
had to
side
make
of
a
the
very
Force?
hard choice. Will you help me make it? And then he just, like...
Let him kill him?
Yeah.
Well, doesn't he mean he had to kill Leia, too? I really don't like Kylo Ren. I don't like Kylo Ren or Rey. Rey's actor could have been chosen better.
Yeah. I mean, like... And I don't like how she just all of a sudden, like, one act of the Force.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, I know how to do everything.
Yeah, she knows how to use even though she didn't even know what the Force was. So
really.
I thought they were just legends, and now I know how to Force whatever it's called again.
Force persuade or something.
Force persuasion, yeah. I know how to force persuasion somebody.
Like, I can understand that the Force could teach you things. Like, it could just show you what it's capable of, but until Star Wars came around, nobody had the even, like, notion of just, like, mind control. Of just, like, bam, you just do something under suggestion. So why on earth, unless the Force taught her, would she just be like, I can do this now. I know I can. This is just what the Force will allow me to do. Because I don't think Han Solo explained it.
I mean, she's been living on a desert planet
for her whole life.
Although she does have a lot of backstory we don't know. So maybe it was like she was like a sleeper agent or something, and then she's like, I know all my training now. No. Also, they kind of underpowered lightsabers.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Where like she was actually fighting really weird, where she was jabbing, and then they like boosted his shoulder back instead of like just going straight through it, which I thought was kind of strange.
No, I think that whole scene, like I saw that too, and I was like, I mean, it's possible that it could have just been like that.
It could have like
or something.
Maybe he was wearing armor. How about that other stormtrooper dude though? The guy with like
Finn?
the baton against Finn.
Oh yeah.
Why didn't it just cut through that?
Because lightsabers can't cut through anything. Like there are natural materials that it can like resist. I'm serious. Like if you look at my YouTube history, David, it's like an entire page of Star Wars stuff that I've looked up recently.
Huh.
And not everything can be cut by lightsabers.
Huh.
I thought it was weird when Ben and Finn were fighting, and you remember when Ben pushed his lightsaber like into Finn's shoulder, like it like burned him, but like it didn't go in.
Yeah. That was like the only part where I was like, okay, now I see where the script needed that little hilt thing to be there. But I was talking about it with friends. The purpose of a hilt is to not get your fingers chopped off. But that thing had the hilt where the blade, the plasma was
coming out the edges,
and then there were corners that you could just chop off that would break the lightsaber.
No, okay. And again, with the whole YouTube thing, the entire point of that, there's actually this is explained in like the Star Wars universe. There are actual techniques where you chop off ligaments of your enemy. Like that's actual techniques.
That's kind of what you do with a lightsaber.
Well, I mean, and it would explain why there's so many like arm cutting offs and like limb cutting off, but like the entire point of having the whole cross guard thing there is to stop stuff getting cut off. But like just by hitting that metal part there, it wouldn't have stopped it. Theoretically, is what they're thinking, because like if it's like this, the light is still going through here, this way.
Oh yeah, I guess. Okay, so what Josh is saying is that
It's like a cross.
if yeah, so the blade itself is a cross. Huh.
I'm not sure how it exactly. I don't know. They'll probably
It's
say it sometime,
silly.
but I like the way it looked. To be honest.
You're gonna like the way you look. I just say I just want another Darth Maul. That's all I'm saying. Either that or I watched a couple. I was talking to friends about like what they thought was like the coolest lightsaber design, and they all said that they like Darth Maul, which my second favorite is Darth Maul, but I still like the dark sabers that the Mandalorians had in the animated series.
Yeah.
They're so fucking cool.
I just learned that Darth Maul didn't actually die in the first movie.
What?
Fuck. Spoiler again. Darth Maul doesn't actually fall when he falls. Like when Obi-Wan.
He gets chopped in half.
He survives. Somehow.
What?
Somehow, yeah, that's what I said. Like a guy can get chopped in half, but Qui-Gon gets stabbed once and he dies, but.
It's because he's a Sith. You know what? I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and say that it's because his species or something is different, and he has like a different survival tactic.
Okay, like the whole story with that is like he fell down the shaft and like he used the Force to like go down another shaft that like led him somewhere. I mean, and then he like merged with this spider technology. It's really weird. It's really weird. And then eventually he got back to his home planet and like the Night Sisters, which are like. Do you know who Ventress is? Asajj Ventress? Yeah, it's her like sort of race, and Darth Maul's race. It's called the Night Sisters and the Night Brothers.
Yeah.
They gave him like a robotic legs. And he was back to being normal and
God damn it.
Kind of like seeked vengeance on Sidious.
Damn it, Lucas. I'm kind of glad it got out of his hands.
No, I like that part.
He authorized the prequels.
Okay.
What do you mean, okay?
I'm fine with the prequels, to be honest.
For what they allow as canon, they bring interesting things to the table, but they present it horribly, and the films are boring. The acting is awful. The pacing is terrible. The second movie is just basically exposition in a nutshell. The third movie is alright because there's a lot of fighting. Grievous goes down like a bitch.
Poor Grievous.
I know, right?
He has such a cool backstory.
He was so cool. And his entire design was great.
I love... Grievous is still my favorite character.
Yeah.
He's just so fucking cool.
Josh likes Mace Windu. He's fucking racist.
No, like...
No, to be honest, though, I looked up... Did you ever see the diagram of what the different lightsaber colors mean?
No.
I just know that red is usually for the Sith and the Jedi. Like the mining place that the Jedi got their crystals from, the natural colors were only blue and green, so they just sort of stuck with that.
Again, this may be wrong because it's like a fan thing, but it seems pretty right to me that green is like they believe that the Force is the way, and it's like they don't try and get physical, but they will get physical if they have to, but they very much try to use the Force. The blue means that they will fight using their lightsaber, and they use the Force when it becomes handy. And then purple is like you are essentially like Judge Dredd, where like you decide what needs to be done then and there, and you'll fight if that's what you deem necessary. So that's why Mace Windu is like, I need to execute him right now, because that's just what he deemed necessary.
Sidious?
Yeah.
No, like that the entire like when Kit Fisto, Mace Windu, and the other two Jedi were going to Sidious to like assassinate him.
Yeah.
Or to arrest him, I guess technically. That was all planned out before the Jedi Council was like, yeah, he's probably bad. I don't know what, and Mace Windu.
Well, Mace Windu was going to cut off his head.
Well, that's because he resisted. They were originally just going to arrest him.
But that's what I mean. He would have like Obi-Wan would have been like, give him another chance or something. But Mace Windu was like, nope, you're dead, because that's what needs to happen.
No, it's because he fought back. It's because...
No, that's what I'm saying, but Obi-Wan wouldn't kill him even if he did fight back.
Okay, yeah. Well, no, I think... And Mace Windu's purple lightsaber was chosen by Samuel.
He didn't kill Anakin. Obi-Wan killed one person.
True.
He killed Grievous. That's it. It's the only main character he killed.
Well, I'm pretty sure he also thought that
Obi-Wan's a
Anakin.
bitch. He's a bitch. Fucking Mace Windu killed more people than him.
Mace Windu, like, his purple lightsaber was chosen by Samuel L. Jackson. He's like, I want a purple lightsaber. Like,
Nice.
that's the entire
Nice.
purpose that he has.
Was he in any other movies than the prequels?
No. Well, I mean, like, he was part of the Jedi Council, but
I know, but
other than that, he doesn't really have any, like, fights. Maybe the one on, the
Coliseum.
yeah, the Colosseum fight.
Well, that was in a prequel.
Okay. Well. Did you hear the entire, like, Star Wars Legends? Have you heard of that before? Star Wars Legends?
Mm.
It's, like, a completely separate, like, where they explain all the stuff that happened before, like, the first 3 movies, and, like, they go into the Old Republic, that sort of stuff. They deemed that all of that stuff non-canon, like, just recently.
Well, yeah. Have you... The extended universe is completely destroyed. Did you ever read any of that? It's actually pretty interesting. So there's like a Sith... Or, he's not a Sith. He's a Jedi that's just crazy. And he wants Leia's kids. She's pregnant with twins. And he wants them, and he's willing to do anything. And then Luke has to go fight him. But somehow, eventually at the end, the crazy Jedi guy, had cloned Luke Skywalker from his missing arm. So then Luke and evil Luke had to fight, and then he fought like the crazy Jedi, which was really cool because it's like he's not a Sith. He's not allied with anyone. He's just insanely powerful because he's insane. So it was kind of interesting. So you don't know anything about the extended universe?
I don't know what exactly goes along with the extended universe and, like, what backstories.
Well, it's all been kicked to the curb now that the movie came out, but I'm trying to figure out whether or not they now decided, like, if they just, like, disregarded the whole midichlorian thing.
No, I don't. I think that was pretty much just sort of ignored after the first.
Yeah,
the first
I mean,
movie.
I hope so.
Because that's a stupid concept.
It's a really dumb... That means you could, like, inject the Force into somebody.
Bacteria into yourself and just be like...
Now I can control the Force!
Exactly. Like, that can be exploited way too easily. And Corey's just sitting there like... What the fuck?
Corey doesn't like to talk.
Corey doesn't like...
Yes.
Corey doesn't like Star Wars.
Corey hates Star Wars. He didn't even want to go. We had to drag him.
Is that what happened?
Yeah. I looked down and see Anon's little glowing eyes at me.
Who's your favorite Jedi?
Qui-Gon.
Qui-Gon? Corey?
People argue he's the worst one because he found Anakin and raised him. And since Anakin kills, like, everyone, that arguably Qui-Gon's the worst, but I like Qui-Gon's lightsaber, so there.
Corey?
I don't know if I really have a favorite Jedi.
Well, you like Grievous.
Yeah, he's not a Jedi.
Well, not Jedi necessarily. Favorite character.
Well, yeah, Grievous is my favorite character.
Do you know his backstory, Corey?
Yeah, I know.
He's a reptilian that turned into a cyborg.
Is he No.
Yeah, he
No,
is.
he's-
That's
He
why I looked it up.
I
thought he was
He
human.
was human.
No, he's
he's not
reptilian.
human, but he's just like an alien race.
He's like, yeah,
Well,
he's
yeah,
a reptilian.
I didn't mean
race.
human. I thought,
Yeah, he's like, he was, but then he turned into a cyborg.
No,
Yeah.
wait, what?
I looked it up. It asked Siri what General Grievous was before he was a cyborg, and she was like, it's a reptilian, and then he turned into a cyborg.
I either like Grievous or I really like IG-88.
So a droid.
Yeah.
He's the really tall one with the...
The cylindrical head.
Yeah.
What about you, Josh?
I don't know. I like obviously Mace Windu, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Kid Fisto, he was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
He's the green guy with
Oh, yeah, that dude.
Yeah.
Like Shakti.
yeah, she's sexy.
So weird, Josh.
I mean, I guess I had to pick a second character now.
Keanu Bundy's kind of cool too.
Who?
He's the guy with like a giant ass head.
Oh, in the Jedi Council?
Yeah.
Yoda. Duh. What am I thinking? Of course.
Yoda's kind
Dude, Yoda versus Dooku is one of my favorite lightsaber duels. I love it because Yoda's like, actually, I'd rather say Yoda versus Sidious, because he's like backflipping all over the place. He's like jumping from pod to pod, and it's so freaking cool because he's got a tiny little lightsaber.
I love that. I love that he has a small lightsaber.
Yeah.
Small little lightsaber. Because he walks in on a cane and he like tosses it aside and pulls out this tiny little lightsaber and it's so perfect. Because he's just Yoda. He's Yoda. I mean, there's nothing else like him.
He can get away with a lot. Oh, do you think that they're gonna bring back Force Ghosts in like the?
I hope
in these
not.
Why not?
Because I thought it was a dumb idea.
The fact that they can become like one with the Force, I kind of like that idea.
I didn't. It was
Yeah.
really dumb.
I don't know how it's all explained, but like, I don't know, getting sort of guidance from.
I feel like the way that this one's being directed, that wouldn't really work.
I feel like Kylo Ren's gonna like encounter Anakin's ghost. Anakin's ghost, Force Ghost.
I don't know if Kylo Ren will become a main character though.
He will.
I feel like it'll just be like I feel like the next movie will just be like a training movie, like with like another plot thrown in, where like Rey will be training, and then, Rey will be training with It'll be like a Shippuden kind of thing, where Rey will be training with Luke.
Kylo
Finn will be training with probably Leia or something, and Kylo Ren will be with what's his face,
Snoke.
Scopey, Opie Bopey.
Well, I mean, like they said at the end that like it's time for Kylo Ren's transformation or final
Training or whatever.
Yeah. So obviously he's gonna be.
Yeah, and then Rey's gonna learn from Luke, and then they're not gonna leave Finn out in the cold. They'll probably get him a lightsaber or something. I'm guessing Leia can use the Force, can't she?
No,
She could in the extended universe, I think.
I think she had like a minor connection to it, but like.
Just from blood relation.
Yeah.
It's kind of like. Leia could have been a much more useful character if she learned how to use the Force.
And that's another thing with the midichlorian thing. They were twins.
Were they twins? Oh yeah, they were.
Leia and Luke, yeah. Leia and Luke were twins, but he can use the Force perfectly and she can't. And that's determined by bacteria.
Yeah, I don't think.
They had to have thrown that out.
The Force kind of seemed like key to me. Like, the more you worked at it, the more it kind of, like, the better your control of it was.
But, like, I mean, there were people who were naturally good at it. But...
Well, yeah, same with... I don't know.
So, his favorite Sith, then?
Maul. Darth Maul, definitely.
Coriolis Grievous.
Is he a Sith?
He's not a Sith.
He's not a Sith, he's just a separate alliance.
He technically trained under Dooku.
Can't use the Force.
He didn't train.
Yeah, he did.
Did he?
Yeah.
He trained under Dooku, and he, like, learned the Jedi tricks under Dooku, because he used to be a Jedi who turned Sith.
Well, yeah.
And
Fucking
then
nobody's favorite is Dooku.
No.
Nobody's favorite Sith is Dooku.
His Darth name is Darth Tyrannus. I just learned that the other day. I was like,
Tyrannus.
Tyrannus.
I'm a sexual Tyrannosaurus.
Shut up.
Tyrannus.
Darth Tyrannus, Darth Sidious, Darth Vader,
Darth Maul.
Darth Maul, Darth Plagueis.
And is it like the new Knights of Ren or something? And
that's the Knights of Ren.
Kylo Ren.
It's probably gonna be Darth Ren, probably.
Probably. Wait. No, Ren is so it'll be like Darth Kylo or something. Darth Ben.
Darth Ben.
Darth Snoke.
Darth Snoke.
He's a supreme overlord.
What was the whole thing? Well,
You'll never be as powerful as Darth Vader.
Yeah,
it was like
that's what Rey said, right?
yeah. I don't know why I gave her the Emperor's voice.
I don't like the whole fact that he's pursuing Darth Vader's vision.
I don't like how he has his helmet.
Darth Vader's helmet?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a little bit
That's
weird.
kind of stupid.
I need to look up to you, Grandpa.
It kind of did blow my mind that it was his grandpa for a second. I was like, whoa.
Well, I mean, you didn't think about that?
I didn't really think about it, no.
Yeah.
But the chances of finding his helmet was kind of stupid.
Yeah, and keeping it.
Keeping it, yeah.
I mean, this is like, what, 30 or 20 years later? After the whole
Yeah.
end of 6.
Also, how would that become a legend in just that short amount of time? Like, the legend of Luke Skywalker, normally it would be like 100 years or something, but it was like 30 years.
And, like, they call it a myth? I mean, I don't know, maybe the First Order, like, sort of, like...
Wiped it out?
Yeah.
Hushed
they're
it?
like, oh, yeah,
but...
that never happened. Because, I mean, it was like a couple planets that were involved in it.
Yeah.
In the main events.
Also, the laser, the planet laser, was
Oh.
kind of underwhelming.
It didn't fire a second time, even though it could have.
Well, the oscillators were.
I felt that the timing on that, it's like, okay, we have 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 seconds. 30 seconds have passed.
Yeah.
Like, there's no
Movies
way.
are doomed to do that, though.
Yeah.
To falsely build up.
Yeah.
I actually am a little bit upset they use the Wilhelm scream again. That just needs
Why?
to stop.
Right in the beginning.
Yeah, it was like
Yes.
right near the beginning.
At least they
Whoa! They mixed it in a
I
little
only heard
bit.
it once.
I heard it, and I was like, "That's the Wilhelm scream." I know
Oh yeah,
it is.
I heard it instantly.
They
I
have
under-
to. They have to.
They
at
don't
least-
have to though.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
It's Star Wars, David.
Yeah, but it's not even what it's originally from.
I know, but still, it's been used perfectly. No, that's been like.
It wasn't used perfectly. It was used perfectly once. That's all it needs to ever be used.
Okay, they did. They got it over with early on in this movie.
I guess, yeah.
Can you imagine if Kylo Ren when he like got set?
Whoa! What if Oh, what do you guys think of like the new lightsaber sounds?
I thought they fit.
I thought.
I don't like how the like. Okay, I like the cross guard, the whole design with the new.
The blade was like frayed.
Yeah.
It looked really weird. I was like looking. I was comparing them, like the blue one and the red one. The red one was all like frayed and like vibrating, and the blue one was just like still. And I was like, doesn't that kind of indicate that your blade's a little bit weaker?
Yeah. Like I mean, it doesn't. I don't like how that part of the lightsabers look now.
Yeah. I kind of miss the original sound too.
Oh yeah, the original sounds classic. Everyone knows it.
Yeah.
To be fair, I guess it would have been like kind of strange to have that sound in that setting.
Yeah.
That sound is kind of like, I don't want to say comical, but kind of parodied now. It's kind of like a cliche almost to have that sound.
Yeah.
But I liked Han Solo. Han Solo was great.
Yeah.
Like him walking out of like the shelter and just like shooting people behind him
Oh yeah.
because he's Han Solo and he can do that.
Yeah. That was. I was okay with that.
It was a nice touch.
Yeah. Leia. I feel like the Han Leia relationship should have been a lot more like, why the fuck are you back here? sort of
Yeah.
thing. Not like, I'm gonna welcome you with open arms even though you walked out on me.
I feel like it should have done like a cliche where she walks up and slaps him, and then they hug it out.
I wouldn't have liked that, but I don't know.
I don't know. They didn't have a terrible relationship.
I guess.
I don't know. I guess they were just sad about Ben,
Yeah.
but.
Do you think they're gonna like refer to him more as Kylo or Ben? Do you think they're ever gonna like bring that up again?
Well, I mean, Han Solo was the only one who ever called him Ben, and he's dead.
Well, Leia too.
Did she? I think.
Yeah.
I think she only referred to him as our son.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
What was I gonna say? I have two things. One of them is they're continuing the tradition of having the main female character have a ridiculous hairstyle. Fucking Rey's is like got like three different buns.
Yeah.
And it looked really weird. And then I was looking to say, I think Han Solo's death was sad mostly because I know Han Solo's backstory with Chewbacca.
Yeah, that
Because
was.
Chewie raised Han Solo, like, from birth, and it's really sad because he's like, how old do Wookiees live? Because Chewie still looks fine. He still looks like
Yeah.
he's perfectly
Can you
fine.
imagine if Wookiees got gray hair?
Oh my goodness, it'd be awesome.
It would look like the one snow monster that I.
The Wampa.
Yeah, yeah.
In the extended universe, they go to the Wookiee planet,
Mhm.
and the leader there has a speech impediment so that he can speak English. And it's really weird, but at first they thought that Chewie had a speech impediment, and that's why he couldn't speak English. But then the leader's like, no, I have a speech impediment, and you do well to speak well of Chewie. He's a hero. And he's like, okay. See, dude?
I don't like how Rey was just able to talk to BB-8, and like how she understood it perfectly.
I don't like how, like, if they had made it to where Finn hadn't been able to understand BB-8 or Chewie, then I would have been alright. But since he could understand BB-8 but not Chewie, that was kind of confusing to me.
He couldn't understand BB-8.
He could. Remember, he talked to him.
For a little, like, it kind of seemed like he was communicating, but I don't think he understood perfectly.
Yeah.
He talked to him.
No.
BB-8.
Well, BB-8 can understand him, but he can't understand BB-8.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, it was. I just don't like how Ray was just like, oh, I know exactly what you're saying, BB-8, even though it's blips.
I have to say, those red assassin dudes with like the circles for faces, those are kind of cool looking. But I also thought it was kind of stupid looking, with like the two different gangs on either side coming to get Han Solo on the ship. I was like, really? Oh, I wonder, are they gonna release those beasts? I wonder.
There are 3 of these beasts on board. Do not release them.
Yeah,
Conflict,
don't release them.
Release them.
Wrong fuse. Really, dude?
That was pretty dumb.
What's wrong?
You know,
Wrong
surprisingly,
fuse.
the movie had quite a bit of comedy in it.
That's
Yeah.
dude. The friggin' ladies behind us were laughing at like stuff that
I
wasn't
know.
even funny. It was like
Every time BB-8 did something,
did anything.
it's like seriously. I'm trying to watch a movie.
Yeah,
I don't like how much comedy they had in it, though, to be honest.
I didn't mind it.
I found it charming. I didn't find it. There were a couple parts where I was like, "That's kind of forced," but there were, like, the Kylo Ren freaking out, and the stormtroopers come walking, and then they just like,
Oh, and
nope.
they just walk around.
They just walk because that indicates that he's done it before, and they're
Yeah.
like, "Nope, we got not going over there."
Yeah, me and David looked at each other and was like, I would do the same
what,
thing.
what do you?
I'd be
gonna
like,
do?
nah, I'm not gonna go there.
No, mate, no.
Hey, nah.
I'm good.
That was pretty good.
I also got like sick of seeing Finn and Han Solo and Rey all sneaking around that planet. I was sick of it like the second scene they showed, where it was just them. It was stormtroopers walking by, then it was them peeking out behind something, then running into something else.
Yeah.
They did it like 15 times.
The thing that I thought, they shouldn't have like cameras everywhere.
Yeah. Cameras. Kylo Ren can feel them with the Force.
Yeah, I mean, he knew Han Solo was on the planet the moment he touched down.
Yeah.
Han Solo.
Han Solo. He was like a Bane. This is a little bit more understandable. I actually didn't mind his masked voice. His masked voice was alright.
Yeah.
But his friggin' regular voice was like...
Why didn't... Okay, so with the whole Force thing that Kylo Ren used, he's able to read people's minds, but not use Force Lightning. He never used Force Lightning at all.
Force Lightning is pretty easily countered by somebody else who can use the Force.
Well, I mean,
Yoda palmed it.
Rey could barely use the Force, and I mean, like, we don't even see him use it. Just like
I'm guessing that's part of the final training or something. Darth Vader never used it.
Well, he was a machine.
So what?
Like his hands were machines.
Well, Anakin never used it when he was like regular. Darth Maul never used it. Dooku did use it.
Yeah, Dooku used it.
Sidious never. Oh, Sidious is a machine.
What the fuck are you talking about? Sidious used it.
No, I was talking about Grievous.
Oh, Grievous, yeah. No.
Grievous.
Grievous can't use Force.
So
can he? No.
no.
I thought that.
Even if he was Force.
I guess you have to be like a living being in order to use the Force.
You have to have something like to project the Force with. Like a
Well, he has.
He has
still
4
like,
hands.
He still has stuff inside of it, but I mean, I guess he wasn't enough of a human or enough of a being.
Who, Vader? Or
No.
Grievous.
No, Grievous lost all the things except for like
He
a
still
couple
has
of
like
internal
organic
organs.
eyes and stuff.
Okay, a couple of internal organs, but nothing like a ligament.
I guess.
It's all connected to his brain.
Can you levitate yourself with the Force?
Yoda did.
Did he?
I thought he did.
Doesn't he just like lift?
I thought Yoda.
I thought he like lifted himself. Like, I know you can like jump farther with the Force, but I don't know if you can like levitate yourself. It seems like flying lightsaber battles would be more of a thing.
That
Who did have jetpacks?
Shut up.
Good point.
Stop.
Were the Fets the only people with jetpacks in the entire series?
Yeah.
And all the stormtroopers had. Or
Oh,
not the
yeah.
Yeah, you're
Some of them did. Clone
Yeah.
troopers did.
Really wish they did something more with Jango Fett and Boba Fett.
I
I
honestly,
always liked them.
I actually liked how they did Jango Fett and Boba Fett. I feel like Boba Fett kind of went out like a bitch.
Yeah, he just fell into a pit.
Yeah, but then me and Josh both know he gets out like four different times,
Yeah.
and then gets kicked back in each time somehow.
Mm-hmm.
To leave the planet.
Yeah, he keeps on going back just
Just to get
His baby mama.
uh,
Here with the child support checks. What even is the Sarlacc? Like, what? How does such a thing reproduce? Does it like shoot out spores or something?
I don't know.
I wish they would expand on that.
Okay, so like when Finn crashed on the
Yeah,
planet, what ate the ship? Was that like?
I think that was just like, remember when Ray said that like, don't go near this place because then the shifting sands will get it.
Yeah, but then it like blew back out.
I
and
think
it
that was
burped.
just. I think that was the ship exploding.
I could have no like it didn't sink like it looked like it was getting pulled down by like
I think
thing.
Finn would have ran if it was something pulling it down.
Mm.
I think it was just like the sand, just like sucking it up, and then the ship exploded, and that's why.
Maybe.
when it exploded. I really I jumped.
I feel like if it were to have burped, they would have made it like a comical burp sound, like a burp. You know that movie wouldn't.
Yeah.
That movie
They
would
wouldn't
totally
shy
do
away
that.
from that.
No,
yeah.
the movie was definitely less serious than like. Oh goodness! I just realized that like the last real like comic relief character in Star Wars was Jar Jar.
Yeah.
Jar Jar's the Sith.
Yeah.
God, I hate that theory so much. That he's a Dark Lord, and it's like no,
I watched an entire video of that and I was like, no.
no.
If George Lucas did intend for that and it does come up, I'm
I'm gonna probably quit. Dude,
assassination.
it would enrage everyone.
It would.
Like if they bring back Anakin or something stupid like that.
No, it wouldn't. They wouldn't bring back Anakin. They just like. But if they implemented Jar Jar in there somewhere.
I also got another idea. You know that vision where it shows Luke Skywalker next to R2 and then it has Kylo Ren with a couple other people right next to him? Maybe they're gonna have another movie where it shows like the prequel to the sequel kind of thing, where it's in between Return of the Jedi and Force Awakens, where it shows
They're probably gonna have more flashbacks.
Luke Skywalker's like school and Rey's childhood and probably Finn's childhood as well, like Finn's training or something.
They probably won't go much into that. I mean, Finn's training. It's like it's a ripoff
It's fine.
of Halo, basically.
Was Master Chief sanitation?
No, okay.
She worked in sanitation.
Top-notch
humor.
Where they like steal kids from planets and then train them and modify their bodies and crap like that. Yeah, I don't know.
We're in an hour.
Okay.
Should we wrap it up?
Wrap it up soon?
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us on the Christmas Star Wars special.
This
Christmas
isn't even
Wars.
a Christmas stuff. This isn't like a Christmas stuff. Like we went on.
We did 20 minutes of Christmas and then just
Yeah. For like
ranted on-
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Hey, at least it didn't devolve into Dragon Ball. It almost did, but it didn't.
We did. I don't even think we touched on Dragon Ball.
I talked about Key.
Oh, that's true. Do you want to go into it?
No, that's not. Let's make this the only podcast that doesn't go into Dragon Ball.
Should we go into Watchmen?
no.
No!